I have seen it, and I'm not actually sure. I might actually. I plan on doing some research about it tonight. I'm not actually sure. Like, I know some Arab countries are pretty non-tolerant of that sort of shit. So I'm gonna look it up and see what's what in terms of that. But I mean, at the end of the day, they really don't make us money enough that we give a shit. But I don't think there should be a reason to limit that. But at the same time, I mean, if I don't know what the fucking laws are over there. Some of these countries are wild. All right, people fucking die over this shit. You know what I mean? So I want to look into it properly before I fucking say anything. But you know, you know how my stance is. Personally, that I let people do whatever the fuck they want. Limiting communities in terms of like being gay or whatever is just fucking weird. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the outcome will be, but it could be them being ditched or changing shit or whatever. But I haven't actually looked into it yet, so. We'll have to, I literally woke up and saw the post. Hon messaged me, and I was like, okay, well, that's something we're gonna have to look into. But I haven't had the time to actually do it yet. Like, I literally just woke up. So, do they also limit drugs and alcohol and shit? Yeah, I mean that's a interesting point, isn't it? Like I said, I want to look into like a lot of the laws of the countries that are based around there and have a understanding of like the reality of the situation. Because us in our culture, obviously, we're a lot more accepting and understanding of that sort of stuff. But then again, you say that 30 years ago, people were getting beaten and fucking. I mean, people still get shot and clubs get shut up and shit over that fucking stupid shit. But it's something I'm going to look into. But I don't know what the outcome's going to be. But more than likely, it's going to be in favor of the whole as a community as always, because that's just what we do. But I'm actually interested to try and understand like what it entails in different countries over there. It does interest me. It's shitty that it happens, but it is interesting to see like the dynamics of who progresses into certain areas in life quicker and why and how and shit like that. But
just whenever Michael is brought into any equation, your first reaction
what's
is
this about? This exactly this. I actually got linked this message this morning. So we've opened an Arab server that supports a lot of Arabic countries. Well, whatever. And this is the thing they said. As you all are aware, most of the Arab countries are Muslims. So basically, it is against our religious beliefs and culture to openly support LGBTQ community. We cannot condone any LGBTQ actions in the roleplay and outside the roleplay related to Arab NoPixel. I mean, it's weird that they even mentioned the outside the roleplay. Like, how are you even like, how are you condoning that outside when it's a roleplay server? You know what I mean? That's even more weird. It's like, can you not even join it if you're gay at that point? Please respect our cultures and beliefs so all the community can enjoy the server together. I don't know how all the community can enjoy it together if you can't be yourself on the server. You know what I mean? Everyone is welcomed here. Oh, shit, dude. This is fucking stupid. I mean, the response there is fucking dumb. You should just, logically, you would have just said, this is against our beliefs, and that's it. You know what I mean? You don't have to say everyone's welcome because that's just fucking, ridiculous. But like I said, I am very interested in like what, dude? Can someone link me some laws over there? I don't know if I want to Google this and see some guy getting fucking stoned or something. Like, I'm so uncultured that I don't actually know what it's like over there, you know what I mean? Hating Muslims for not following West is dumb. I don't know. I don't know if it's hating them at all. Yeah. So I mean, this is insane. What are they? Can you not see? Highly restrictive rights in most of the and are open to hostility in others. Sex between men is illegal in 9 of the 18 countries. Yeah, I mean, like, so you know, it is a pretty touchy subject. You know, if they're allowed to have their opinions, we should be able to have ours. And I think you know, it's the same age old tale that religion and a spaghetti monster in the sky, you know, sort of depicts how people are controlled and, you know, what they are allowed to believe in and shit like that. I don't know, dude. It is what it is, I guess. But like, you know what I mean. We've got to understand, like, for us, it's easy to say because we can go outside and say what we want. You know what I mean? In these countries, you can go outside and say something and you end up in jail. So, I guess I need to have a conversation with them, honestly, because I need to have a better understanding of how all this works and what countries are even involved in shit. But at the end of the day, you know, what do you do in a situation like this? Like, you can't control an entire country, can you? While you don't believe in it, like, what do you actually do? The bigger issue is having the NoPixel name attached to it, right? Just from a brand risk perspective. Yeah, I mean, like I said, for us, I don't like, you know, we get in a flat fee each month, and even the money it makes isn't necessarily like, you've got to understand, the only server that we've ever had that has actually pumped money is our public servers. The whitelist server has not paid for itself, even with the when it had prior. Like, it paid for itself on those months, but overall, it's a net negative in terms of costs for. Well, it wouldn't be a net negative. That's probably a lie, but it's not well above paying for itself, if that makes sense. Majority of the reason it even existed in the first year or two was because of I just paid for it. Like, Twitch would pay for it, essentially. You know, I had Twitch contracts, and Twitch was the reason I had money at all. And, you know, like I said, I'm not a streamer, but that's the reason I stream, because if I didn't stream, NoPixel wouldn't even have existed to begin with. But yeah, I mean, you know, for, like I said, for me, I don't care about the money. I don't really give a shit about you know, this server in general was like something that I debated for like a year of even bothering to do. And there's been other countries that are like this too. And it wasn't a moral thing. It was just like, dude, could I be fucking even bothered doing this? Like, do we need this in our life when we've got more you know, dev work that we can be focused on elsewhere? And we're at a point where we can kind of set up a server pretty quickly and let it sort of manage itself. But you know, yeah, I mean, it's a weird situation to be in, but I don't think there's many answers that resolve like that being a thing for them. You know what I mean? Like, the only answers I can see is like limiting certain countries that join, which will kill the server. Us just being like, no, we don't want any part of it. You know, which obviously will kill the server. So there's not, you know, I don't think there's really many options for it. But in saying that, like I said, I do want to get a full understanding of how it works, but I don't think there's going to be any mind changes on that. It's just not something I give a fucking enough about. You know what I mean? Listen, I can understand if you go to their country, right? Like, if I went over to the country, I'm going to obey the law and, you know, not try to do shit. Like, I understand that, but this is a global thing once it's on the internet. You know what I mean? So it's not about just that one country. And when you say respect our religious beliefs, I can do that when I'm in your country, but when it's, phased into a community that's not one country, it's worldwide, it's a different circumstance. And I think I don't want to go too much into the whole religious side of things and end up fucking offending people, but like yeah, it's stupid. I think it's just like fucking an age thing. Like in 20 or 30 years, you guys will get it bred out of you when all the boomers are out of the country. Sort of what happened in Australia. It's been 30 odd years. My parents, they'll look at somebody that's dressed, pretty funky, and they'll be like, "Oh, look at that," and be like shocked by it. And I'll be like, whatever. You know what I mean? I think it's just an age thing. Some countries will be slower depending on how enforced their religions are and shit. And obviously in Australia, our religion isn't like fucking jammed down our throats, so it was a lot easier for us to break out from that, and I guess think a little more freely. So Westerns love to put their cultures and ideals onto others. Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. It's pushed out. Listen, religion is a tool that's used to push down beliefs, but at the same time, so is news, Reddit, propaganda to push any belief of a certain mass, and it can all be manipulated in a way, via money or whatever. So it's not that just religions the fault. Humans are retarded at the end of the day. We got to look back in like 1,000 years and think about how fucking dumb we were back here. Like think about the cave drawings, right? We are the new cavemen. We just don't know it yet. Okay, that's where we're at. Just give it 500 to 1,000 years, and we're laughing at ourselves. Like these guys used to draw on paper. Omega lol. Can you believe that shit? Why would Take-Two get involved in this? What are you talking about? Religion is a form of brainwashing. I mean, it can be used as a form of brainwashing, sure, but it's also, I mean, it's a control system. But at the same time, you can't judge somebody for actually believing in something greater than us. You know what I mean? I don't think at the end of the day, okay, matter or antimatter fucking done something and it exploded and made a universe, okay? Who fucking knows what the fuck happened? Nobody knows, okay? I personally doubt the gods or whatever, some fucking guy floating around in the sky. But it's okay if you do believe that shit, because the reality is nobody fucking knows. There could be the logic of evolution is very possible, and it makes sense scientifically, but it still doesn't say what created everything. You know what I mean? Just the thought of like something existing in general hurts my brain enough to make me want to fucking have an anxiety attack. So to think that some sort of greater essence is out there, even if it's fucking aliens using us as a probe, or we're a fucking AI fucking learning machine trying to find diseases or some shit like that, who fucking knows? What if we were an AI computer set up just to see how we responded to Corona and see the best method to fix it? Who fucking knows, dude? They might switch it off next week. You don't know. We just do not fucking know. We don't know anything. Who fucking knows, dude? We only understand the reality of what we can see, feel, touch, whatever, hear. That's our reality, man. You can take drugs and it's fucking distorted and it's completely different. It doesn't change much for a reality to change.